This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has led a UAE delegation to Riyadh to participate in the 4th Arab Latin American Summit, which kicked off at the King Salman Center for Conferences in Riyadh. The custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, opened the 4th Arab Latin American Countries Summit, which sees the participation of heads of states and representatives of Arab and Latin American countries. This is the 4th Arab Latin American Summit to bring together top officials from the Arab League's 22 member states and 12 countries from Latin America. The meetings, held every 3 years, began in Brazil in 2005, followed by summits in Qatar and Peru. In his remarks at the summit, UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon noted that Latin America has the biggest Arab diaspora in the world and that several Latin American presidents have been of Arab descent. In his remarks to the delegates in attendance, Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi stated that trade between the two regions has reached $33 billion compared to just $6 billion a decade ago, and it is hoped that the summit will further boost trade and policy coordination between the two regions. The Dubai Tram has served over 3.7 million passengers in a year, according to figures released by the Roads and Transport Authority, which is celebrating its first anniversary of tram services. The RTA revealed that the Dubai Tram has served 3.725 million passengers, or roughly 10,500 passengers daily, since its opening on the 11th of November last year until the end of October this year. The Director General and Chairman of the Board of Executive Directors of the RTA, His Excellency Martin Al-Tayar, was quoted as saying that during its first year of operation, Dubai Tram recorded an on-time arrival indicator of 96.4%. Tram services also achieved high rates in their customer satisfaction ratings, reaching 98%. The tram service includes 11 trains that run on an 11-kilometre track, serving 11 stations that start from Dubai Marina and up to the tram depot near the Dubai Police Academy. In an effort to improve the efficiency and ridership of the tram, the RTA ceased the Marina Loop service, offering semicircular tram network service at the JBR and the Marina. This step has cut short the total trip time from 54 minutes to 45 minutes and reduced the service interval to 8 minutes. Dubai Tram was conceived in 2005 following a comprehensive study which showed that the new areas in Dubai needed an integrated public transport system to increase mobility in the area and to support the Emirates' tourism initiatives ahead of Expo 2020. With the prevalence of diabetes among the population of the GCC region the highest in the world, ranging around 19 to 23%, a new report by the Economist Intelligence Unit has recommended a holistic approach on a regional scale to combat the disease. At a press briefing, officials from Janssen Pharmaceuticals, who sponsored the report, revealed the findings, which also highlighted that around 75% of adults and 40% of those aged 18 in the region are suffering from obesity. With more than 50% of the population left undiagnosed and patients living with diabetes for longer, the new report also raised concerns about the financial implications due to the increasing per capita costs of patient care. According to the report, healthcare investment in the region ranges around 2 to 5% of GDP, which is far below the global average of 8.9%, with healthcare spending on diabetes care in the MENA region to reach $24.7 billion by 2035. The report largely attributed the high prevalence of diabetes to economic prosperity in the region witnessed over the last decade, which has led to a more inactive lifestyle and poor diet. While calling for an urgent need to combat diabetes in the Gulf, the report recommended structural measures through strengthening primary health care, tougher legislation on taxation on sugary foods, as well as engaging religious leaders to increase public awareness and yield desired results.
If you go to the 70s, the prevalence was about 4%. It went up to 10% in 2000, and now we're talking about 23% in this region. The main reason of this is the change of lifestyle. It's the change of lifestyle and the accessibility of different food, no exercise, etc., etc. And then, of course, the raising population, because you see that the age is growing. We have a huge young population, 50% is less than 35 years, and it's rapidly increasing. So the combination of those two makes that the numbers are being at the level of 20-25%. The reason for this report is to create awareness of the disease itself. If you know that still 60-64% of the population is undiagnosed, there is a huge gap. People need to know about the rise of this disease to the future. And it's one step in the patient pathway, I would say. There are different steps you have, like awareness, prevention, treatment, the management of disease. This is just alluding to one step over here, is to create the right awareness of how this disease is increasing throughout the years.
Now, despite running the risk of being jailed for up to 3 years, police officials are concerned that motorists are still putting their own lives and putting the lives of others at risk by drink driving. Driving under the influence of alcohol was the third leading cause of accidents on Dubai's roads in the first 9 months of the year, according to police statistics. 7 people were killed and more than 100 injured in 431 alcohol-related accidents, most of which took place in the evening. The UAE has a zero-tolerance policy towards drink driving, but many are still choosing to get behind the wheel after leaving a bar. According to laws in the country, a driver caught with alcohol in his or her blood faces up to 30,000 dirhams in fines and up to 3 years in jail. Besides the drink driving numbers, the latest statistics from the police also showed that sudden swerving caused 461 road accidents in Dubai between January and September, leading to 24 deaths, while tailgating was the cause of 435 accidents and 25 fatalities. In total, 122 people were killed and 1,587 injured in 2,258 incidents. The number of pupils who have sufficient English skills to go straight into university has risen by 13 times to almost 5,000 in 12 years. According to a local report, the head of the Common Education Proficiency Assessment, or CEPA, said 4,970 students were this year ready to go into higher studies without a foundation year, which is set to be scrapped in 2018. This is compared to 383 high school students who had the English to go directly to college when the first nationwide tests in 2003 began. Applicants must sit CEPA tests, and those who score 180 and above qualify without a remedial course. This year, the success rates have risen to 29% of the population from only 11% in 2010. According to education officials quoted in the reports, the improvements are due to an increased focus by the schools and campuses on more English instruction and extra tuition where needed. By early next year, all food establishments in Dubai will have their own inspection ratings on display for customers to see, according to Dubai Municipality. The municipality stated that for the first time in the country, a colour-coding system will be used to grade the level of hygiene and food safety in food outlets. According to the Principal Food Inspection Officer at the municipality, the new grading system will affect 14,000 food establishments in Dubai, including restaurants, cafeterias, catering companies and food manufacturers. The municipality added that they are confident that this system will increase transparency and ensure the quality of eateries across the city. The colour card will be divided into 5 different categories, including green, light green, yellow, red and white, each with its own points to grade the standard of each food establishment. A green card will be awarded to eateries that score 95 and above, while a red card indicates that the eatery has failed in inspections by recording either 2 or more major violations or more than 7 minor violations, which indicates a score from 60 to 74. Officials also stated that at the moment, nearly 200 food outlets in Dubai have been awarded the A-grade green cards, which reflect their high rating with no records of violations during routine inspections. Finally this evening, the 7th edition of the International Coffee and Tea Festival got underway today at the Meydan Hotel in Dubai, attracting more than 1,000 visitors from the region. The inaugural day saw the launch of a special seminar titled Coffee and Tea in Business, which caters for aspiring entrepreneurs as well as existing coffee owners who are interested in taking their business to the next level. Running until the 13th of November, the festival also includes the UAE National Coffee Championship again, where baristas compete in several categories relevant to the art of coffee making in front of a panel of judges, which is made up of industry specialists. Other highlights of the festival include a training program held by the Specialty Coffee Association of America, which will conduct workshops on various topics such as coffee preparation, coffee grading and coffee roasting. According to the organisers, the international coffee commodity is growing year on year and has demonstrated a continuing interest to the coffee business worldwide.
Basically, the aim is to really push forward quality and substance and showcase what the rest of the world is sort of going through in terms of the third wave culture. We've got the Barista Championships. Obviously, that's always it's advancing year on year. So we've got a whole new level of skill set and some amazing coffees on the stage there this year. We've also got the Latte Art Championship. It's a national level championship as well. So these two events will identify two key competitors that will be representing UAE at the World Latte Art and World Barista Championship, which will happen in 2016.
If you're tasting coffee, some of the best things to look for are that balance of flavor, which doesn't require any real training in the sensory analysis of coffee. Just kind of looking for that nice sort of a presence of acid, certainly over that overwhelming bitterness that's found in anything that's not specialty coffee. A really exciting thing for coffee professionals at the moment is a certain typical cultivar of plant that's it's been produced mostly in Panama called a geisha varietal. And they're grown at high altitudes. They're heirloom variety plants that were actually taken from Ethiopia, where the first coffee was produced. And they're usually very delicate, fruity coffees that are going for a tremendous amount of money.